Okay, crazy. The story is about the character that I played in one campaign in Dungeons and Dragons. The campaign ended and I didn't want to part with my character, so I decided I'm gonna write about her. This is actually the second 1.2 draft. I wrote 30k words and then I didn't scrap it, but I started over. I changed the beginning and it feels way better because I started this story like 5-6 years ago. I started writing this story and I just wrote. I kind of like plotted, panned the hybrid mix, and I still do, and I find that just that's how my brain works. It feels most intuitive to how my brain works and the most fun for me. So a lot of these writing channels and vlogs, they have a very clear vision of what they want. They aspire to be authors and they put it in a title. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit burnt. Oh, that's a Swedish saying, bränd. Okay, so what I wanted to say, it's most likely my own fault that I've let myself down on my plans and my goals, that being very clear about what I want and being very out there with a vision or something, especially online. It's like, I'm not there yet, but what I know for now is that I just want to write, and I have this story that I find so interesting, and I love that it lives in my brain, and it's so stimulating, and like the whole creative process of writing and fantasy writing, it just, my brain is so active and so engaged that I love being there. But anyways, these writing channels and these people that I've watched so many vlogs of, which I enjoy a lot, a lot of them talk about their project. They have like a title for the project, so they won't say the title, or if they don't have a title. And I, together with my friend, we did come up with a work in progress title for our projects, but I don't even know what to mention about my project because I also haven't really practiced like giving a pitch for my book or whatever, because that's not been my focus, like the whole publishing whatever. That's just like I don't even know. Like when I began this, I was like, this is just for fun. I won't even let anybody read this. But now that I've kind of decided that I'm going to believe in myself, I'm going to believe that I'm going to finish it. This is the biggest part for me. And if I have enough belief that I will finish it, maybe I will dare to believe that I can publish it, because why wouldn't I want that? But that's a whole different thing for me. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. That's not my focus right now. Yeah, these channels, they have a lot of like, they have their format, they have everything in check, what they're gonna do, blah, blah, blah. Like these vlogs have a pretty similar format. And yeah, and they talk about their book very freely. Like I'm not used to sharing that much when it comes to creative things, like very in detail when I'm in the process of doing something. But I thought I could at least tell you something about the project and where it began, like where I got the idea from. The story is about the character that I played in one campaign in Dungeons and Dragons. The campaign ended and I didn't want to part with my character, so I decided I'm gonna write about her. And that's what I did. It has nothing to do with the campaign or anything, like slightly backstory, but then I just brainstormed this whole thing and it got huge. But I just loved that character, and she was a rogue elf. The way that I roleplayed her was not really what she's like in the book. Like, some, like, a lot of similarities still, but it was just a very fun time playing her. And I didn't want to let go because I didn't want to say goodbye to her. And so I just decided, let me just create a whole world for her to exist in. And she has now for many years. So I'm just writing a book that I want to read, inspired by a lot of things, obviously, that I have and that I love reading and want more of. And it's fantasy. I want there to be magic, and I have, like, I know what's gonna happen in all 3 books. Sometimes I'm like, what if I only do 2? Could I don't know. But I have a lot of big pieces there, and then sometimes you write and I'm like, wait, what about this? And then I have to go connect it all, and then I just come up with more questions when I seek clarity. But I think I'm trying to do so many things at once. Like, my brain goes on so many different layers and variables at the same time. I'm not, like, just writing whatever. I'm, like, so aware of everything that I have to tune it out. Like this whole drafting mentality. I'm, like, doing this hybrid thing where, like I said, I started over-ish, and I'm at, like, chapter 5 or something, and I have almost, like, 10,000 words, and I feel like the chapters are pretty short, but it's because I put it in brackets and I, like, leave descriptions and whatnot, so I haven't really fleshed it out, but it's just because I want to put something on the page, and I just want to, like, now I have a goal to reach the midpoint by the end of this month, but let's just say the summer, because I don't know. What I'm doing now is that I've paused writing further. I'm going back to where I last edited, and I kind of do a quick edit, and I fill in the brackets, like descriptions, things that whatever I put in the brackets, I try to fill it in so that I'm, like, 80% satisfied with it. Not like I crafted the perfect sentence and I'm done. No, it's like, okay. It's like, if it feels bookish, whatever that means, then I keep going. So it's, like, still cohesive. So I'm drafting, blah, 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 but then I stop, go back, quickly edit, and then I keep writing. So I think that's, like, I take a lot of steps forward and I go back and forward. So I feel like that's a good balance. And most of all, I do it because it gives me the confidence to keep going, because I can see that I can actually write, not just like when I'm drafting, just the way that I come up with sentences or barely. I'm like, who wrote that? That's like, it's very much this happens and this and this and this, then this, like, it's like very bad, and it's not fun, and then you end up questioning everything and, like, your ability to write or whatever. But then it's like, yeah, but that's not where the magic happens. And I feel like you use different gears when you are just focused on moving forward versus that, like, getting the feel and the atmosphere and the right, like, feeling of it's there. When you tap into that, it's a different thing. So that's why now I kind of worked out, like, okay, this works for me. So I can be focused on just writing description, and I can think with that type of brain instead of just thinking about, like, everything that needs to go forward or dialogue, or, like, it's too much. It's not very efficient, at least. But I like it, and I can feel like I'm not leaving so much to my future self to, like, fix. So I'm, like, kind of, taking it more slowly, so to speak. But it's so fun watching the story come to life. Yeah, it's so fun to watch your story come to life, and you can see it slowly coming together. So that's what I'm doing tonight. My son is asleep finally, so this is my time to write. I don't get that much time to just, I wish I could sit like 5 hours, let's reach 10K words. No, not an option for me. I'm doing what I can. So I do have this Google Sheet word count tracker for my goals, and I've been trying to write every day. I can see here from June 7th I've written every day except yesterday I didn't write. So I'm gonna keep trying to just write something every day, even if I'm behind already according to my plan, but it's just, that doesn't matter. I don't really have that much control over my days because we are moving again, and I'm also traveling back to Sweden for the summer and move, so it's just like a lot happening, but I'm trying. So I usually do a couple of sprints. I have my timer in the background, like 25 minutes, and I put on my playlist, or sometimes on YouTube, like a specific ambience of a place, or like, I don't know, wherever or whatever the location is in the story. But I have my screen split up in two. I have the Word document, and I also have one tab so I can Google or search synonyms. I don't use Scrivener, I use Google Drive, Google Docs. I have thought about switching, but then I'm like, you know what, no, not really. I have everything I need, and I can access it through whatever device I want. Sometimes I do it on my phone, sometimes on my iPad, and it's all connected and it's all there, so it's fine. I use Milanote to organize all my ideas, and then I also have a document on Google, a separate document that I started pretty recently, which is like my project codex, where I keep the ideas that I keep, where just one place where I keep everything, and which is also nice because in Google you can just search for whatever you want and it'll bring you there. So that's a fun project to procrastinate with. I have been good on not diving into that actually, but to keep all my information there. I like organizing. I wish that I was more organized, but it's pretty organized. Now I'm gonna do, I don't know how many sprints that I want, at least 2 sprints, like an hour. And I'm going to just see where I was, like where I left the earliest bracket or whatever. I'm gonna go back to where I last edited, replacing the brackets, fill the brackets with description, tightening up the thing. You know what I mean. This is not a very aesthetic writing vlog where it's like a morning and I go to my coffee shop. Like, there are no coffee shops here, but when I move, there are gonna be way more options, way more. And I'm also gonna have more options for babysitting, which means more writing and hopefully more like fun vlogs for me. But now it's just like I'm ignoring I'm ignoring all the mess around me. I'm just gonna focus on writing. So I do have my Baby Bell and my Coke. Sometimes I find snacks distracting because I just end up like I can't stop eating and I'm not actually writing, so maybe it's good to just keep to liquids, even though that can be distracting too, especially with ice cubes. I found, because I was writing earlier and I had iced coffee and small ice cubes and I just kept wanting to eat them, not really drinking it, but just, so I don't know, maybe that's just me. But let's get into it. Maybe I should say that I am writing in English, but I am Swedish. But I don't know. I don't need to explain. I'm doing it because that's what I want to do. Okay, Okay, let's go. Wish me good luck. But I don't need it. All I need is a little bit of consistency. I'm gonna remember to have better posture this time when I record myself. Let's go. Okay, so first sprint done. I actually finished the paragraph that I wanted to fill in, like the description, whatever part. So I connected one thing, which was good. Then I've been like putting chapter/break question mark on some pieces because I'm like, feels like I want a chapter, but then I remember I can just put a break or whatever they're called. So I've done that now, and there was one funny thing that I thought about when I was writing. Yeah, well, I don't know. I just came up with this word, phrase, whatever thing, terminology. I came up with an idea in a phrase, in like a word that I really liked and I want to use, and then I realized, I can use this and foreshadow the main character using that same thing. Like, basically she's escaping from the law and she's gonna use this as a tactic later, and nobody's gonna know what she's talking about, but she's like, oh, we're doing a thing. It's like saying she's coined a term for it, like it's an inside joke with herself ish, but it's not a joke to her, but it's kind of like, I don't know. To me, it's a joke. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I saw another scene in my head way down the line, and it would be fun for the reader and me, because it's all about me now. I'm writing this for myself. I don't know. I could probably explain that better, but that's what I did. I guess I'm gonna keep filling in these things. I'm not fixing every question mark that I put or every comment that I put at all. I'm just like these big parts of big chunks of paragraphs, brackets, descriptions. That's what I add. I'm not fixing everything. Definitely not. I filmed the chapter names, the placeholder names, work in progress names, and I love doing that. If you want to like add a little whimsy to your writing, do that, because it's really funny to me. And every time I get to a new chapter, I'm like, what am I gonna write now? And it's just really fun for me to also just do, but it also like helps me focus on what's gonna happen that chapter, or what's the vibe. Do I have I can't only do one sprint. Like, I really feel like I'm also getting tired, but maybe I need a quick break so I can keep writing, because this does not feel productive enough. One sprint and I'm out. It is 10:30 at night though, so I'm like getting a little bit tired, but this is the only time I've got. I'm gonna do one more sprint. I'm gonna push myself. It's not like I need to push myself, but I feel resistance to starting the next sprint. I feel like I'm never gonna be able to do it. Actually, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm just feeling a little bit like lazy. I don't know. But it's just like starting a new process that I need to like circles, no, closing another circle and not just starting something. And like, I don't know, that process feels sometimes a little bit daunting. It's like sometimes when I read, I'm so into the scene that's happening, and then I can push myself reading even if I feel tired, even if my eyes are like, or I get distracted ish. I'm like, no, I want to keep reading. And then when the chapter ends and they like switch POVs, I'm like, okay, that like, I like all the motivation to keep reading just drops. And I feel like there's a natural pause, and that makes me pull away my focus. And that's kind of what's happening with my own writing, where I finished that paragraph and now a new thing, I'm like, I don't have energy for that. It's like my initial, but I do. I just gotta start. But tiny break and then next sprint. I should really try to stretch before I do these writing sessions and like have a good posture, but this is this is the shrimp that I turn into, but I should sit like this. Okay, second sprint done. I've been calculating how many words I've done, and it's only 117 words. But hear me out, I've been editing, so I've been deleting, rewriting, and this is not like a writing session, like just getting a lot of words there. I'm like catching up, so it doesn't bother me that that's like very few words, but this is just the pace that I'm able to go at, and that's it. But I think it's like almost 12 o'clock. I'm too tired, so I will be satisfied with what I've done so far, and it's fun seeing the story come together, even if it's just a small edits. It's like, yes. So I'm happy. Like, I need to remind myself this is for fun. Like, I'm taking it very seriously, but it's just also like I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna write tomorrow. And then it feels like there is like a magic introducing the magic element ish hinting, so I maybe might have to world build some, because some things are still not super set in stone for me to be able to continue writing where I'm at, but it's still just drafting, and it can't keep me from writing like something. I need to just keep going. It's been fun. I don't know what the next writing vlog is going to be about or when that will be, but I'm sure it's going to be soon, because they keep me motivated. Making YouTube videos helps with staying consistent and whatnot. So I hope your project goes well if you do write. One thing that I commented on another YouTuber that does writing, my brain can't really, I can't speak very well right now. I was saying, like, is there a Discord community group chat for like authortube, whatever it's called, not book talk, because this is not TikTok, this is YouTube, but to chat about your projects, whatever. If not, I could start it, but I doubt like the 3 people that are watching this would want that, but in the future. For now, I have my friend and we're in this together, and yeah. But maybe I can link the file that I'm using for my Word account, because it's nice to have. Maybe you wanted to. I'm sure I will also break down my process a little bit more in other vlogs, but this is just a quick writing vlog. Quick for me, I don't know how long this vlog is going to be, but I kind of just picked up the camera and recorded, so it is what it is. But thanks for hanging out with me, and see you when I see you.